Ladies and gentlemen, the stock market is crashing, and we got a lot to talk about because this might only just be the start, and we are looking at margin calls that are currently happening right now. What does that mean for AMC stock and for the MOAS? Well, essentially the MOAS could come at any moment. Now, it all depends if AMC gets a catalyst or not. If there is not a reason to push the stock up, then you simply put will not see the MOAS, at least in this time frame. Now, I rest assured to you that the pain is not over. There's plenty of time to get the MOAS, and we're going to go over all of this key information, all of the margin calls that are starting to come through for institutional investors. So, without any further ado, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, as well as source your comments, questions, or concerns down below in the comment section. Thank you guys for tuning in here today, and I hope this video helps you guys make some money. So, first and foremost, when I'm talking about margin calls, I'm referring to the broad markets. The broad markets have been getting destroyed, like absolutely destroyed over the past couple of weeks. Specifically over the past week, it's been like the worst week in a very long time. We've went from like 450 all the way down to where we currently sit on the SPY here in after hours at about 413. It's been a massive sell-off. Nothing short of just crazy, right? Pretty much gapping down almost every single day. Now, what is this? When all indexes, all stocks are getting destroyed, no matter if they had good earnings or bad earnings, they're all getting clapped. That is telling you that people have to sell stocks. There is a lot of indiscriminate selling going on, a lot of capitulation that is happening. If you guys don't know what capitulation is, you're going to hear it a lot. It's basically where people just freak out, panic, and sell out. And then the forced share liquidations, that is obviously margin calls coming through. Now, why am I talking about margin calls? Because there is a lot of leverage here in the market still. The peak for margin debt that we actually seen was back here November 2021 at about $918 billion. The margin debt still sits at about $800 billion. And the margin debt as far as the crash of 2020 was way lower. Like 2019 margin debt was like 550 billion. Like the low that we seen was 470 billion, 79 billion during the crash. So we still have a lot of margin that is on the table. When it comes down to stocks falling, that's where you get margin calls. If you guys use margin in your portfolios, you know exactly what I'm talking about. If you don't have any protection on your positions, you probably got margin called a long time ago, or you are getting close to that at the current moment. And what happens is you get a margin call and the brokers say, hey, we need X amount of dollars to service your margin call, or we will close out your positions to go ahead and pay ourselves back. If you don't have that money, they forcefully sell your positions, no matter what positions they are, no matter how bullish you are on them, or how good of positions they might be, they have to get sold. And that is what is happening right now. It's not just people saying, hey, I don't like this stock anymore, I'm gonna go ahead and sell that. None of that is happening. It's just a lot of selling across the board. Look at Tesla, down 12%, down 1.6% here in after hours. Look at, AMC obviously had a very bad day, and we'll talk about AMC later on into this video. That was bad. Apple is even down almost 4% today, down 1.56% here in after hours. Even a stock like Microsoft, check this out. Microsoft, they actually had great earnings. We're going to talk about this in just a second. Microsoft had great earnings, beat across the board. You can see right here, Microsoft earnings beat across the board, literally what I just said. And the stock is still down here in after hours. It was down as much as 3%. The earnings call is going on right now, so it's going to be very volatile, and that's why it's moving around a lot. But it's still down about 0.5% here in after hours, and the stock is down about 20% from its all-time highs. Look at something like Google. Just, you want to talk about an absolute shit show happening? Google down 6.66% after already falling 3% earlier in the day today. And what did Google do? Well, they reported weak earnings in revenue on big YouTube miss. It says Alphabet missed on top and bottom lines for the first quarter. YouTube showed particularly weak results. Other bets, which include self-driving car unit Waymo, nearly doubled its revenue compared to the year prior. So YouTube was bad, fine. But what did they announce? they announced a $70 billion share buyback program, and that was not enough to save the stock. Growth is in focus. Now, if we look ahead to what we have reporting over the next couple of days, tomorrow is going to be Facebook and PayPal. Now, like I said, if any stocks were going to save the market, it was Microsoft and Google. Tomorrow, Facebook, PayPal, Ford, Qualcomm, Teladoc, Hertz, Sands, none of these companies are going to save the markets. It's probably going to add to a lot of that selling pressure. Now, coming on Thursday, that's going to be very important. You have MasterCard, you have McDonald's, you have Domino's in the morning, you have Twitter, but that one doesn't even matter because it's getting bought out. Caterpillar, these stocks Thursday morning don't matter as much. But Apple, Amazon, oh my God, guys. If Google got destroyed, and they announce a $70 billion buyback program, it's widely expected that Apple will announce a share buyback program, a very large one. Now, in my personal opinion, Apple is going to miss on top and bottom line numbers. Bottom line meaning profits, top line meaning just straight up revenue. They're expected to generate about $94 billion of revenue, and their estimates, their analyst estimates, have actually been going up from $90 billion last quarter now to $94 billion. So if Apple does not come in and actually beat those revenue numbers, beat those profit numbers, it doesn't even matter about a share buyback. The stock is going to get crushed. And Apple really controls the markets. If Amazon and Apple get destroyed, if Facebook and PayPal get destroyed, all bets are off. The flash crash is here. Margin calls are coming. Now, for AMC stock, like I already said, the margin calls happen when you lose too much value in your portfolios. Now, the shorts in AMC stock that have these short positions, essentially they're not losing on short positions when the stock market goes down. They're actually making money. Now, if AMC can come out with a catalyst, that's where things get very, very interesting, and that's where, hedge funds are already short for liquidity. So if they get their long positions going against them and their short positions start to go against them to the upside, look at some other stocks that we're seeing running today, like Aether, right? These stocks can really start to run in this market environment. That's where you could potentially see the MOAS. Now, I don't want to hype you guys up. I'm not your cheerleader here. I don't care if you buy, hold, or sell AMC stock, but these are the conditions that are primed for a MOAS, believe it or not. As far as AMC and the actual short interest of free float, that is sitting at 19.25%. Current shares that are sold short of 99.21 million. Cost bar max of 2.73%. Utilization of 100%. And days to cover sitting at 2.38. So conditions are very primed to see a short squeeze. The option flow sentiment, 13 orders for the day, totaling about $2 million, positive order value of 0%. I will remind you again, over the past week, you have seen 136 orders totaling $110.65 million, positive order value of 82%. So things are actually looking quite bullish, if I were to say so, as far as the option activity over the past week in AMC. The key levels to be watching for, yet again, is the $15 level to the support side, and it looks like we will likely hold up support around 15. We came down and didn't hit 15, so that was good. If we were going to, I think it would have been today, but then again, if other earnings suck, then just watch out below for the whole entire markets. 100-day moving average, that's the key level to watch if somehow Facebook, PayPal earnings are good, and that can boost up the markets. That is at $18.49 per share. The RSI extremely oversold, looking ready for a bounce. The MACD extremely bearish as well. So that is going to be all for this video. Thank you guys for watching. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, come join the trading community if you guys want to be a part of the action over there. Nonetheless, you guys enjoy the rest of your night. I'll see you later on tonight on the live stream in between 10 and 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Make sure you guys are there. We got a lot to talk about, a lot of trades, a lot of money to be made. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.